Welcome to the Incredible Folks. Today we're getting into how you can transform your homeschool and not just meet your academic goals, but exceed them for your children. When we first started homeschooling, and when you first started homeschooling, you probably envisioned a beautiful setting where your kids are very much engaged in learning, where they love learning, and where they're growing, not just academically, but holistically. You probably envisioned a setting where your child's needs are being met, their unique needs for their education, and where each day ends with you feeling successful and like you've really made an impact in your child, not exhausted like so many moms do nowadays. A big problem is that so many of you are cycling through all these different curriculum, trying to figure out which of these one-size-fits-all curriculum are going to work for your child. You're hoping something sticks, and your homeschool beautiful view and setting and hopes that you had are in reality, they look like this, where your kids are not engaged, where despite your best efforts, your kids are falling short of the goals that you had for them. Not to mention, you're feeling pretty overwhelmed right now too. You might be thinking, well, maybe you should get more rigid, more structure, more curriculum, and maybe that will help my problem. But these are actually common mistakes that actually stop you from reaching that harmonious, beautiful homeschool environment that you and I both desire. Now, there are multiple options that are put out as being the way to solve this issue. One is by using a more rigid, structured curriculum that promises to cover all the areas of learning in a certain pace so that your child doesn't miss anything. But what this ends up doing is having your child be disengaged and they lack interest and they lose their love of learning. They just don't cater to your child's individual, unique needs. The other way is to just freewheel it, just completely wing it, unschooling or deschooling, whichever you want to call it, and not use any structure or any curriculum. But that can really harm your child because children need structure in their lives. And when it comes to education, it helps you and them to have structure. Then there's another big option out there, which is using expensive private schools, tutors, online courses that are so expensive. And once again, disengagement from children, not personalized or tailored to their unique needs, expensive, and they isolate your child from being part of the family, being part of a home school environment. All those options don't actually solve the problem though. They don't solve the core problem. None of them provide structure mixed with personalization. None of them are able to provide structure along with a tailored educational curriculum. And they don't integrate into a family approach. They all don't include what your family's values are. They're not even tailored or directed by your child's interests or pace or how easy it is for them to learn one thing but not the other. There's no personalization there. They either expect to keep up or fail. And that is not how homeschool is meant to be. And that's where multipath teaching comes in. It's not just another random teaching method. This is a comprehensive approach to your child's education. It will adapt to your child every step of the way to make sure that they are engaged, learning at their pace, and growing academically and holistically. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That sounds great. It sounds amazing. I would love that. But that's probably too good to be true. It sounds very complicated. It's probably going to be super hard to implement, especially when I have multiple children. And it's probably going to have a lot of gaps in their learning. Let me ease your worries. When you use MultiPath Learning, you're actually going to be simplifying the way that you teach your children, not making it more complex. MultiPath Learning provides very clear frameworks and methods that you can use in your homeschool in order to fit your curriculum to your child. In the Redo program where you learn multipath teaching and learning, we give you many ways to efficiently implement multipath learning into your homeschool so that you don't spend hours and days trying to implement this one path into your child's education. We teach you efficient ways to understand and implement personalization into your homeschool without it taking over your entire life. And not to mention, multipath learning in the Redo program exceeds many educational standards. So you don't need to worry about falling behind or missing out on important content, because that's not what multipath teaching and the Redo program is about. We are teaching you a way to personalize the curriculum and education materials that you already have to fit your child. You don't need to buy more curriculums. You don't need to buy more educational materials. No, we use what you already have and work with you to create a personalized, tailored education for your child and teach you how to do it efficiently so that you don't spend days, weeks trying to figure out how to tailor this lesson to your child. No, you'll be able to do it on the spot from the frameworks and methods that we teach you. Think about it. Teaching your children one way is not going to work for all children equally. You have to tailor education and curriculums to your child. It's not about having more resources or more books or more papers or more money or more time or stricter schedules or looser schedules. No, it's about a smarter, child-centered education. And that's what MultiPath Learning offers. That's what the Redo program offers. So how do you start implementing MultiPath Learning and teaching into your homeschool and start seeing real changes in your homeschool, not just temporary changes that usually come from new curriculums or new toys and games? Join our Redo program. Click the link below or head to hlc.theincrediblefolks.com and let's start transforming your homeschool into an environment where all your children learn equally using unique and personalized learning for them, and where the stress goes away, where your children thrive, and where you end the day feeling successful and not overwhelmed, maybe a little tired, but definitely not stressed and overwhelmed like you are now. Reclaim your joy and your vision for your homeschool. Join now and become the skilled multipath teacher that you were meant to be.